Hello. Welcome to closing ceremonies, everyone. How was your experience at Ushicon? That sounds like a kiddie shoot. Like, yeah, we had fun. Yeah. It's okay. I'm fighting a hangover too, so. Which seems to be a common occurrence, I guess.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
I got a little drunk last night. I think nearly everyone got a little drunk last night.
I Friday did this.
Alright, so, what do we normally do at closing ceremonies? Oh yeah, this is the part where y'all yell at us about things you don't like about the con.
Yes, right fence. This is the contract. I think it's going to happen. It's a contract. But we also had the feedback panel earlier, but there were only like 5 people there.
Alright.
No, I just wanted to ask.
I guess to redo what we did.
They don't have to be second comments. They can be nice comments too.
They can be nice comments.
We did give you cookies, so.
Yes.
I think one thing we're kind of worried about after your comments at opening ceremonies is there going to be...
There's going to be next year.
There is?
We will find a way to make it next year.
We actually had really good attendance numbers.
Yeah, we are up. We're up on numbers from last year. It's good.
It's just regular, his on-site alone.
It wasn't quite double. Not quite double.
But there was an increase. Fairly good
There was a
increase.
good increase.
I'll admit, after Greg's announcement last year, I was not expecting much of an increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose work do you think it was? In case y'all don't notice, before I became con-chair for Ushicon, I ran a My Little Pony convention.
Oh, what?
Really? Yeah. So I was able to use what I learned from that experience for Ushicon. So.
Didn't help.
Yeah. Excuse me? Okay, so I guess we should get to introducing ourselves at least. In case you see us running around, walking around, probably telling you to stop doing whatever it is you're doing. Start following the non-rules. Yeah, you especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you especially.
You're terrible.
Okay, so y'all know Miss Peter, con-chair? Hi, Peter. Hi. Move down the table this way, this way. Where's next? Just whoever.
Okay. So, you guys probably, my name's Brandy, the guest relations director here. This is the other Brandy, Brandy C. She does registration. You probably should have seen her when you walked in and registered for picked up your badge, registered for con, whatever you did. So, yeah.
You probably see me at every Ushicon.
Yeah. You know what this
Next
is
year
all about.
registration. My name is Jimmy. I'm the events coordinator, so all the panels and scheduling and stuff was on me. So if you had a problem with, I couldn't see these things, so they're always against each other. They are every year. Try not to do that. So we might say, hey, you schedule these two things against each other every year. I want to go to both. Let me know. Or if you saw something you like, or you went to some panels and you think you can do a better job, send an email and put out the call for new panels, and you can do one of your own next year.
Yeah. Or if you have a different panel that you want to do, please do. We like you guys' ideas. So.
If you've never done one before, send me a good idea, send me a good write-up. A lot of people beta test panels here just to get that feel for them, or get a new panel they haven't done before. We're fine with being a test bed. As long as it's interesting stuff.
Yeah, we don't want panels on staring at a glass of water for an hour.
What was Greg's panel?
I'm
watching paint dry.
No, the joke of that is when we were working with our schedule, it was a shared Google Doc, and Greg filled out I believe it was a 10 a.m. panel on Friday that said, I'm going to sit here and stare at anyone that comes into the room.
Fair, the panel got denied.
We even denied his panel if they're bad. Disappointment.
It was the Marshawn
Sure, I wouldn't have known if you did it anyway. If you to 10 a.m. Friday, I wouldn't have known. That wasn't.
All right. Well, if you haven't been in the room for the last hour, my name is Clay, and I'm addicted to watching anime. I run video theater operations here, so I hope you all enjoyed what you've seen here at the con, or found something that you thought was cool and want to go find more. Exactly.
I'm Katie, I do Artist Alley!
I'm Keegan, and they just handed me this badge at some point, so I'm up here.
I'm not really sure what he does.
I'm actually not sure what he does either.
I've seen him go get food for everybody, just kind of hangs around.
He's our staff floater.
Yeah, no, he's super helpful.
Yeah, he's
We
helpful.
introduced you all to the mascot.
Yeah, we gotta get you.
Oh, the mascot now?
Well, if you
We gotta get you to dress up as Ushicon costume. We at least need to
Oh,
get
okay.
Eric? I'm Eric, I'm the gaming head.
Hi.
Probably that's console gaming now, right?
What? True.
Should probably
Video gaming as opposed to tabletop gaming, yeah.
That's true, we have
Yeah.
tabletop and video now, so I'm video gaming.
I'm sure if Laura and the other removed over how many closing ceremonies would be.
I can go grab more. They're still running the tabletop room right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're gonna
Well,
shut
time to
down.
get in here.
They may be waiting for you to get my stuff.
And
Yeah, they started Catan at 30 minutes ago.
see them again.
And they would never heard from again.
And so this guy over here hiding behind a chair that you may not be able to see, that's Greg. He's our founder and the whole reason Ushicon exists in the first place.
He's a very shy guy.
He's basically
What the hell was going on in pub trivia last night?
So who was that pub trivia last night? Oh wow. Did y'all enjoy yourselves?
They promised me the next year I'll get to write all the questions. Stop.
But the up and reviews calling away.
I scored in that game of 5 points.
Wanna know how many points I scored? I wasn't playing, but I was keeping track myself.
I don't know, but how many? Zero?
My team was in last place.
Any members?
I don't think any of the video staff showed up.
We were just like, I won't play
I wanted you guys to make a team without me, but
Any members of Team Silver here? No?
The Team Silver will be victors of pub trivia.
yeah, I think they went last.
Sober you are.
So they started drinking afterwards and haven't recovered yet.
Okay, so, well,
So any questions, comments, things you liked, things you didn't like?
Yeah.
That was really quick, I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, I think it needs to be said, the guys that did Who Wants to Be an Otaku, that Who Wants to Be a Millionaire format, that panel was extremely well done. Like the professionalism that they brought and the time that they spent on their presentation needs to be noted. It was really well done.
So General Fury is still here somewhere.
I don't see them, but yeah, they do their Jeopardy one. Who Wants to Be a Otaku?
That's
New one.
General Series.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
did you have a question?
but yeah, those guys, they did a good job. This was the first time they did that one, so I'll definitely make sure they know that.
Thank you, Ron.
I really miss Fire Artist.
Sorry.
Let me,
Yes, I, on a personal level, also missed it. So next year we're going to rectify that and up the bar and probably make it, what's it called? Cutthroat Iron Artist. So,
oh,
We have plans.
for 5
Yeah, we're
skittles,
developing
you can make
plans.
any one of your opponents draw with only crayons.
That's cool, all right.
Alright, but we'll still turn into masterpiece.
I just want to get
Let's do that.
panels.
Sorry.
I just want to get credit by Nate for making panels.
Just so you guys know, we scheduled them for several panels, and anytime we had a problem with the cancellation, they came to me and said, hey, we can fill that spot for you if you want us to. Thank you very much, guys.
Also, thank you for the street passes.
oh yes, we hope you all have plenty of puzzle pieces now.
never letting you like an Ashton and Yugi Moto in the same way ever again.
But can we make the bad head dummy room bigger next year?
I don't think there is.
It is the biggest room.
Yeah.
The parking lot's the next one.
I will say, next year we will have a 90-minute cut.
There we go. Oh God. I approve.
I really enjoyed the mix of like old and new stuff in the video room.
Yeah.
Seeing Ray Earth on there just made me so happy.
Always a goal of mine. I like to get classics out there. We have a bunch of people watching GTO. That's just I hope they find
I still haven't finished that anime.
First, can we make sure the video and overhead video rooms are next to each other next year?
I have no
That's
control of
hard
that.
to do that. The hotel tells us what day of, so.
We have no control of that.
We will do a better job of announcing it much further ahead of time.
And we'll get better signs up. Because
Yes.
we need to have some signs.
The only sign we had was when she drew, so.
That was my bag.
So you're the only one who produced signs. That's
Anyone got interesting stories up here about?
Yeah.
They should introduce himself.
Yes.
For those of you who think we have no security, we do have one security guy.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm J.R. Karsten. I got thrust into being security head for many reasons. I do appreciate, though, we only had one minor incident with somebody with handcuffs. Dude. But we won't talk about that.
We don't talk about that!
But anyway, I'd like to, no, on a realistic note, you guys have been really well behaved, and I appreciate that. We didn't have any real issues, as far as I can tell. So I appreciate that, and also, being the only one here, it was hard for me, and this is really my first time really being the main guy, so thank you very much for having me, guys. I appreciate it, and thank you very much for being so well behaved. And I will be coming back next year. Thank you very much.
Hopefully next time we'll have staff.
Good, hopefully. Yes.
I just want to say I had a lot of fun karaoke last night, so congrats to everyone who came out. That's the most fun I've had.
That's awesome,
You should start a con or something.
I do actually want to ask, is it possible to like put karaoke, a little bit of karaoke here, and then karaoke over there, because man, I had to turn it down at 3 a.m., but
We have to be out of here by 11
until
o'clock.
5.
That's when I found
We have to be out of this building by 11 o'clock.
We can't be here.
Well, no, I'm saying like, we do it like 8, like 8 to 10, 8 to 11, and then.
We could have put you down in the cafe then.
Yeah.
Just let us know ahead of time.
As long as you're willing to go up against Pub Trivia. What
No, I thought it was like Friday.
Oh, yeah, we can.
Friday.
Yeah, we can start.
Friday. Let's schedule it up.
Make it new.
Yeah, the other idea was suggested to Brandy earlier, maybe late night gaming.
Over in the hotel or here?
In the hotel.
In the hotel.
We did have Drunken Cards Against Humanity going on.
Well, it's always like
Hotel room, but I can see that working.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll grab some of the small TV.
Yeah, I can see that working.
And
We'll figure something out if we have it.
We can definitely look into it. Mostly,
We'll look into
the overnight stuff is always something with the balance of the logistics issue. We have one set of equipment, and it's got to get moved, which means we got to stop stuff here earlier. We've got to pack it up and move it over there and set it up, and then in the morning send the second back. So we'll definitely look into it. We just have to balance it against that.
Yeah.
If you're saying we'll have 4 projectors for video next year, so we don't have to move equipment, that'd be great.
projector. I get a projector.
Alex, what do you want?
So the talking about the cafe brings up an interesting thing. I felt that compared to previous years, the cafe was a bit underused. Like I would like randomly walk over there and no one would be there, whereas in other years we see people randomly playing card games. Well, I guess they kind of did that in tabletop now, but it seemed like there could be something going on in the
We'll have a
cafe.
moment of silence for Ed, who is not here to run.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, I think they did a good job out of
Point
it.
noted though, something we'll definitely discuss.
We're starting.
Our friend was first year here, and she was like, oh, they had a cafe. I would have known that. That's like, oh, I knew that. I should have thought that.
It seems like every other year we forget to mark the cafe, and then we mark it 1 year and then the next year. Yeah.
Anything, any other good, bad, neutral?
Suggestion. I do have one thing. I know it's a small little space, but is there any way, besides the elevator, stairs, and all that, is there any way we can open up like a little bit more room for dealers, or is that as far as?
That's
like,
pretty much as much as we can do,
Is that
without
okay?
getting rid of the cafe. But we
Right.
also don't want to.
We don't want to. Can we have? Someone else was talking about it. Can we have a cafe overnight as well in the hotel, possibly?
Isn't that called the bar?
Yes, but somebody was talking about that. I was thinking that would make sense too.
And the other thing we have to balance that with is, yeah, we could do all sorts of all-hours programming.
Right.
It means we need more volunteers and more staff to do that programming who's willing to stay up all night and then sleep during
Yeah,
the
and
rest
how
of the
many
time.
people will actually attend those things?
Yeah,
You know, that's.
It's definitely, I mean, we can look into it, but we have to balance it with those things. As far as space, we're pretty much using every available space in this
Yeah.
building right now. So
Yeah.
if we expand one thing, something else has got to go. Like we added board gaming, we lost a video room.
Right.
Gotcha.
How did you guys feel about that, by the way? Doing just 2 video rooms versus the 3 and having the tabletop room instead? Like, what did you think about that?
I like it.
Oh, we dropped his fan subs. Anybody miss that?
I did miss Family Man.
Yeah. We'll work on, I cut that one program because we had no new footage this year because the person who ran the man voice just didn't come up with anything. I'm trying to get them introduced to JoJo especially, so they have plenty of new footage.
Nothing but JoJo.
Yeah, just all.
As I said, we got three friends, first timers here this year, and 2 of them mentioned that they specifically love the tabletop, like they tabletop game, and they were glad that it was there this year because in their mind they're like, why wouldn't there have been one previously?
Yeah.
So it worked out really
I took
well.
that cue from Anime Fest.
Yeah, but all 3 of our friends that they weren't able to stay the whole 3 days, but next year they plan on doing it.
Good. We've got some. I've got some ideas next year for tabletop in terms of improving that. So you'll find out about it eventually. But I've got some
I need to bring
ideas.
my copy of Twilight Imperium.
We should probably mention that
Bring my
for.
A good one.
We should probably mention that for a lot of the aspects that you mentioned, we're always thinking about it too. So it also doesn't hurt to just give us your suggestions as well, and we'll take it into consideration. So I don't want anyone to feel like to think that we're purposefully neglecting something.
Yeah. Henry, have you seen that?
I was wondering if you might be able to combine both tabletop and video game, basically switch.
We tried. Oh.
That's what we did.
Are you talking about switching the rooms or combining them into one room?
Putting them in one room, but putting it in for the cafe and switching the cafe upstairs.
The thing is, we used to have tabletop, we had fewer stuff, we had tabletop games in that room, and the problem is you can't hear to play tabletop games over 17 video game systems.
Yeah, we can't put them in the same room.
So screaming and they're playing Smash.
We actually tried doing that one year because we had a table in the center of video room and video gaming, and it was just too loud and it was not conducive. So it's got to be 2 separate rooms. But I mean, we are looking at some space considerations for that kind of stuff. So.
On the matter of video rooms and noise, last night was the porn dub thing.
Oh yeah.
It was really loud, and video room in there you could hardly hear what you could hear almost as much porn dubbing as you could of the vlog drive.
Yeah, it was porn dubbing.
Well, everyone does against each other.
That's competition. Because there were people out in the hallway peeking in because the room was full.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually we had a meeting this we had a panel this morning for anyone to come. By the way, every Sunday of the convention at 10 o'clock in the morning for anyone that happens to be awake and not too hungover. We have what we call Ushicos Project / Donut Social, and there are donuts, so please come and get donuts. But
Ushicos Project is the unofficial name of the
company is Ushicon LLC, but Ushicon Project is unofficially the name of the people that run Ushicon.
Yeah.
So it's our group.
Which includes all of you.
Yes. You were all members of this convention. So, but yeah, we have that. It is kind of like a mini gripe session, like, you know, just brainstorming ideas and stuff like that. So that actually came up this morning. So yeah, we're definitely gonna look at that.
We'll turn it down.
We got some other ideas to help as well. So yeah, we can work together on that.
Now, one thing that we brought up, that we asked about last year, but we can't close those doors, can we? Because that's expired.
No, we can't actually.
Can we?
Yeah.
Because I remember last year they said we shouldn't close those doors because it's fire hazard.
If you've got enough doors here.
Those two doors.
Like during the the doors are closed.
Yeah, but they added twice in the street, the doors were closed.
Yeah, the doors are closed during the Chucky versus That's a good point. So thank you for mentioning that. I didn't know that.
I'm just used to other conventions that you can't close the door because it is a fire hazard.
Yeah.
And in the video rooms, it's always our blanket rule, because we also need to like pay attention to what's going on in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May have to do the number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
My thing is we had a couple people come up to, you know, like our video staff to display, and we had a couple people come up to us going, hey, I have an idea for an event. Who do I talk to? Well, there's a wonderful email on the website. There's a gentleman right there, you know, stroking his goatee. My idea for a goatee. He stopped doing it now. Send him an email or info at Ushicon.
Actually, it's events at Ushicon.
Events or info, you know, if they.
Those actually go to separate people.
I know.
We're looking into ways to
If you send it to info, Greg will get the email, laugh at it, and probably delete it.
Alright, love it.
That is actually true.
We're looking for ways to make submitting that kind of information easier for y'all.
But if you guys have an idea, shoot it. Or, you know, or someone will tell you no.
Yeah. That end up right there for a while.
This year, I did not actually find any way to contact Ushicon on the website. The only way I found it was because I got an email from somebody else because I was on the list from panels previously, and by looking at my emails from last year, like, I couldn't find contact information.
Yeah, there was something too.
Like, I checked the Facebook, I checked the website, I couldn't find it.
Something inconsistent.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
It was really hard to find a way to contact you guys.
After this con, I'll be revamping the website. Just something that's a little bit more mobile friendly.
I got
So speaking of mobile, I have a question for you guys. Who used Guidebook this weekend?
Yes.
How was that? Was it useful?
Yes.
Very I loved it. Did anyone think it was not useful? That's totally cool. Okay, we have one.
We had Windows phones.
Oh.
I have a Windows phone. There is a unofficial free app, but unfortunately it won't save your login, so I'm always having to, anytime I pull up, search Ushicon every time I want to take a look at it. But that's not, yeah.
It is really nice with Guidebook, like, if there's something you want to be at, getting that little 50-minute reminder and being like, oh shit,
yeah,
there's
about
something.
Yeah, like I've been doing like, oh yeah, I've got a panel in 10 minutes I need to run.
I got another question. I know this is a different crowd than most cons, but do you think there would be a demand for an A&B contest next year?
No contest.
We don't
but
do
we are looking at
contests.
showcases.
You were talking about that earlier.
Generally, just like the cosplay, we try to avoid some of the drama that can come with holding contests. So we do showcases for things, but we're actually considering your game to showcase next year.
Yeah. If we can get enough submissions, I mean, but it's totally dependent.
The last time we were open to submissions, I think we got 4. And I understand the AVs are a lot of hard work, but I also need to have enough to fill up at least like a half-hour block.
Yeah.
Does that also mean you're going to have a cosplay showcase as well?
We did this year.
We did. It was a 7 o'clock on Saturday.
Where was it?
It was in here. It was on the schedule for 7, I think 7 o'clock on Saturday.
Oh, I was busy then.
Oh, okay.
We'll change it next year.
Right at immediate time.
It's one of the drawbacks actually trying to schedule for an 18 and over crowd is that we actually have like a proper dinner break and attendance drops on events during that time.
Yeah. So I do have a question.
Also, 7 o'clock is right before pub trivia, so everybody goes.
Yeah. So I do actually have a question. So one thing I generally try to do, because I know most of the con wants to go to the pub trivia, is I don't schedule a lot of programming against pub trivia. Who would prefer to be doing something else at that time?
Peter, put your hand down.
No, I just wanted to know if I should be looking to put stuff across and throw that or not.
I had shows running. Video was up.
It makes sense for something to have a lot of people, but if that's exclusively the only thing at that time, it kind of bores some of the people. Like, I'm a gamer mostly, and the gaming events, though in the game room, they're pretty small. And I get the pub trivia, but there should be a little bit more gaming also, and that would be perfect.
You know, anti-pub trivia going on.
Instead of like, instead of just.
Will we drink apple juice instead and things about we don't know?
We got like how role play your anime character and fighting game basics, but they're pretty much all we have. Yeah, I was in that area.
Yeah, and as far as panels are concerned, that's entirely dependent on what you guys submit. So, I mean, you know, we'd love to have whatever you guys want, but as long as it's good panel.
Weren't you running your RPG during pub trivia?
Yeah, Saturday actually during pub trivia, I was running a Deadlands Trigun game. I only had 6 spaces because of the thing. Hypothetically, if I get some more GMs, how many of you would actually be interested in some tabletop RPG? Oh, thank God, this was where we didn't want to raise your hand. Remember when I said that nobody raised their hand, I was like, oh God. I'll see what I can do. I do belong to several groups, and I'll see what I can get. It will be anime themed. I will ask my teams to stick it to the anime theme, so it's not going to be like completely out of place. Thank you. Sure.
I know this is more of a logistical question, but is it possible to have panels outside?
What, like outside of conference center?
Yes.
It would depend on
like in a parking lot?
So good, a meetup outside?
Yeah, meetup.
So the answer to that is maybe, but depending on how long you've been coming to Ushicon, you know that sometimes that might be a very ice stormy proposition.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a regular story.
Also, it would involve having more people actually pay attention to it. So keep that in mind as well.
But no, we are trying to find for some small events. We try to use the Austin boardroom as sort of the one for all the meetup panels, the informal. Here's a topic, everybody show up and talk about it, but no specific leader to those panels. We've also got the similar sized boardroom in the hotel, so when you're thinking of stuff to do, if you're like, hey, I want to run this, but I would like to be over in the main hotel in that small boardroom or over in this boardroom, because I only anticipate doing a panel for about 10 people or so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Outside, it would need to be, I wouldn't generally put one out there unless it was something that really needed, like if you're like, we're going to do a panel on like RV radio controlled drones, well that would probably need to be outside.
Yeah, I worry about ice.
So do a midnight game of One Night Werewolf or something.
Yeah.
And it being cold.
General.
Not sure.
Yeah, weather is the main reason we don't just say, yeah, we'll definitely do stuff outside, because it's proven to be very unpredictable.
Yeah.
Just to remind you guys, this is one of the few years we've had normal weather. We did have the snow apocalypse happen, and a car catch on fire the other year. So outside may not be the best safety zone.
We're never getting away from that car fire.
Also, we had an elevator catch on fire, so inside's not so bad.
Possible, but not entirely recommended.
So, and if, yeah, and the one time at Ushicon that we had an actual like fire alarm pulled, and it was actually legitimate. The one time a fire alarm has ever been pulled here since we've been 18 and up only.
We're all like, Jamie, we got ready for this.
Any other questions, comments?
Is there anything? Sorry, go ahead.
How is the artist alley working now? Because I went there, there was no information, and suddenly it was full. So I had no idea when signups or anything happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was my fault. That's my fault, I'm sorry. So I usually do post it on the art section tab on the website. I also usually post on DeviantArt, just to kind of I did do bad on announcing it on Facebook this year, so I will remember that for next year. What?
Too much League of Legends?
You want to fight?
What do you want me? Middle lane! Oh, random!
Oh, random! I have a map for that now, Peter. But
I know they do that.
we don't even have to work. But yeah, I'm sorry about that, because I did post it, like I said, on the art tab and then on DeviantArt, but I did not announce it on Facebook. So that was my bad. So I'm sorry. I'll do better next year.
Your car's gonna be on fire now.
I have a good space too.
So is there anything you definitely don't want to see go away?
The 18 plus part.
Yes.
One of the things about the 18 plus part is the fact that everyone has sent so much goddamn anime that you can bring out the most random shit, and there'll be a guy who's like, I've seen all of that show twice.
And his name
Or talking about 56K modems.
I named an anime this weekend that Clay had never heard of.
It's true.
Oh my god!
I don't want this to become a contest because I'm not omnipotent.
A long time ago at Akon, I was the reigning champ at Anime Named That Tune, and I won because I had accidentally got rented a tape from a grocery store with this horrible, crappy anime on it, and they played that as the final impossible song, and I won. Jungle King Tar Chan.
Oh, yes!
Let's see.
It was hideously embarrassing.
Or something?
Well, it does. It's not really a question.
I'm sure.
Because we're all here. Because I literally never found anybody else who's ever heard of this show. Anyone ever heard of this show, Saber Marionettes J?
They actually had that at Blockbuster.
That's a blockbuster.
I'll tell you what, you say it's your favorite show, come to your favorite anime sex panel next year, and I can tell you all about why Saber Marionette J is terrible.
Anything else that we definitely shouldn't get rid of?
Should not
The
get rid of.
convention.
We tried that. We tried that twice now.
We got the Iron Artist. Yay!
Keep the karaoke.
Never get rid of your
Sorry, never
Never get rid of your favorite anime shit.
That is fantastic.
You're stuck doing that forever.
Because I haven't seen everything.
And don't get rid of the swap meet or I'll stop coming.
More swap meets every hour.
Thank you for the Inuyasha.
Just permanent swap.
Turn down video gaming and set up a swap meet room.
Since you become kind of like a main character game, everyone is John.
Oh, yeah. Caught the tail end of that. That was pretty weird.
It's a really weird animal, and the only things I have to compare with that I didn't even come prepared with this year is just the gaming materials. I don't even set up story or whatever. Somehow we went to a lizard people, just humans with buses
Guys
shaking.
have pantsless hobos singing.
Yeah, we have pantsless hobos all the time.
I can explain this.
It's just a role-playing game.
on the flyer and stuff you give out, could you guys put, because I get asked this a lot, because I am from this area, but a lot of people don't know because they're not, like the local food and stuff. So there's some people go like, okay, other than KFC, what the hell's around here?
Rudy's.
But a lot of people don't know what's around here.
Also, I would like to add.
Okay, wait. Okay, too many people talking. Hold on one second. So you and then you.
Yeah, also, I'd like to add, I found out the hard way, all the restaurants around here close at 11.
All right.
So be prepared.
Food list on the guidebook? Yeah, it's possible. I was also planning on adding, if depending on this is based on our level of subscription. We're doing the free version of guidebook since we're so small. But if we're able to, I'm going to try to also add a list of all the tabletop games and the descriptions for those. So you guys can look at those ahead of time and see, okay, I want to get together a group for this game, you know. But yeah, if we have enough custom lists that we can make, we can also add that to the guidebook. So it's possible. Is it okay? I'll look at that. That's cool.
Another relatively new panel y'all have is the hilarious hentai dubs.
Yeah.
I realize it's not for everybody, but for those of us that love it, we're dying laughing.
Cool.
Please look over that.
All right.
It is always good to hear that people actually enjoy this stuff. Oh, you love that.
Definitely think it's very bullshitty, but
I have a question, a little bit off topic. What is guidebooks?
Oh, Guidebook is a mobile app that actually I put together. It's free to download on any mobile device. Currently, it doesn't work on Windows Phone very well.
Well, no, you can do it. You can go to n.guidebook.com.
Oh, so there's a way to do it on a Windows phone. It's just a little bit more complicated, but basically it's a free app, and we've got all of our schedules on it. It's all the schedules, the event descriptions. We've got video schedules, guest information. There's just a ton of stuff on there, and you can also upload your own public photos to the public photo album.
And it's also easy for us to, it's going to be the most current schedule because printing costs money, but we can quickly make changes and push them through.
I noticed on the stairs, we had employees here, there was like a glass case which you put slips of paper in. You can ask them maybe put guidebook.
Well, I have signs all over the convention.
Well, I just know, but if they do, they can write it registration. Like,
there is, yeah, but yeah, with many,
more. Every single room.
QR. All right.
Right, so.
I'll print you a bar
any other comments?
All right. First, quick question: do you in the tabletop room? Do you happen to have kittens in a blender?
Do not have that one in there.
Would you recommend it? It's fun, although it's been out of print for a while, so the copies that are left are really expensive.
I don't
And then second, this is just a second thing, and it's not a huge deal if you can't do this.
Sure.
But is there any way after they shut down the convention center, you could steal like 8 or 10 chairs and bring them into the viewing rooms in the hotel?
I'm not sure about that.
Everything has to stay open.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
People can bring the chairs from their own room in there, I guess.
We don't want to try to get those back to the right spot.
Yeah.
But we can see if the hotel has something that they can have us.
We'll discuss it. Sarah, you're the one who runs the overnight video room.
And it can help prevent people from falling asleep too if they were sitting in a chair.
That's true. All right, Jarvis.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. It's my first time here at Ushicon. It was fantastic. A lot of times all over the world. It's a lot of fun, really relaxing. It's thanks for letting us host our panel and our tournament. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming.
Are there any other first-time Ushiconers?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tell your friends.
Please come back next year.
Yeah, we keep this place a secret.
There's a website I go to called I'm from Maryland.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, wow. Washington, D.C. representing.
Please bring friends.
I can't.
So just website, like online, just online?
There's an animecons.com, and they just list all the
Yeah, I know we're on that. Is there anything different? Did anyone hear about it in a different way? Oh. Well, that's good. Word of mouth. Okay.
How many of y'all picked up a flyer?
I think that's how we learned about Ushicon.
Well, that was Jess.
Oh, the flyer.
Is there a way to get those flyers before Ushicon? Like, because we have a comic book store that opened up fairly recently near us. And we're like, oh, you guys need Ushicon flyers. We're like, what's Ushicon? Like, it's the best con ever. Yeah, well, it's in Cedar Park technically.
Okay.
But it's
If you visit?
It's time.
We just have to know about it. We can go there and we'll do it.
Yeah, we try to hit up all the local stores at least.
Yeah.
And we usually hit up the local and DFW area conventions.
For you, Lauren, yes, we can get you flyers.
Yes, Wes had a question.
Oh, no, that was just back when we were talking about the chairs thing. I was just going to say, probably the best solution is that we're already kind of getting to is just allocate a certain amount of funds and get some $5 chairs from the Academy, folding chairs. And, you know.
Or bring your own chair.
Well, but we don't want to encourage people to bring them from their own room.
No, like, yeah.
Oh, bring your own
Little
table.
folding
Maybe.
BYOC.
I wanted to say also on the flyers, we'll take some too. If all goes according to TikTok, we're going to be doing a total of 18 cons this year.
So we can be like, you know, you guys go to Ushicon and you guys also go to Ushicon.
They're like the Oprah of Ushicon.
Don't send everyone.
For reaching out to other places and getting the word out there, your Twitter isn't really updated that often. I'm always
What?
Facebook, Instagram. I mean, social media.
It is. It's used to talk a lot, just not out to everyone.
Okay. Well, what about
I guess the question for the Twitter is what kind of signal to noise ratio are you okay with? Because
What is the password for Twitter?
I noticed you were talking about the Twitter. You'd like to say any other cons, like any other business?
You know.
Are we associated with other cons?
Sand jumping?
I try to keep it professional, so I don't bitch about all your personal life crap on your Twitter, Dan.
Well, I do a lot of advertising for my organization, for the USO. So a big thing for us is to get the word out there. So I hate social media, I hate Twitter, but I'm always on there. I reach out. Sure.
Okay, quick question. Who actually uses Twitter in this room?
What's a sensible number?
But to be fair, I only use Twitter because I have to.
Yeah. 5 more minutes. Is there anything? Any last minute stuff?
Don't get rid of the Sentai Project.
Don't get rid of the Sentai Project.
Yay!
That's dependent on that penalty being submitted. I think we're probably good. Do you have any questions?
Yes, we need more AV equipment next year.
Yeah, we're working on that, we know.
And drone.
Did anyone enjoy the improv show?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Bring it back next year, yes? Yes. And Toa! They like it!
Good stuff. All right, stuff.
Hey, you guys have anything else?
Yeah, we're actually 10 minutes over.
10 minutes? You guys are great!
Thank you guys for coming out and making it a good time for us. We like to hear this even when it's complaining because at least you care and want to come back again. So that's always nice.
I just wanted to thank you for doing what you did this next year. Like, it can't be said enough how I didn't make closing ceremonies last year. And when 2 hours after the fact I saw a photo and a goodbye on Facebook, it really sucked. And so finding out 2 weeks later that, or a month later that someone had picked it up to bring it back,
you're welcome. The funny thing is, like, I just saw it and I was like, hey, I have nothing else to do.
Sucker!
Yeah, I am getting married this year, so I have to deal with that now. So. Thank you guys for coming. Come back again next year. Yes.
Yes. Bring your friends.
Yeah, bring your friends.
Bring your enemies to storms. Cause a fight.
Or give us reasons to join in.
If you are a fight,
No.
no.
Oh, Ushicon,